Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back again, and we're specifically going to be talking about Ecuador today. And I know people were waiting for this. I just want to clarify myself. Specifically, I was out of town. I was on the Iron Range in Minnesota. Enjoyed my time, a little early spring vacation. It's not even spring, but late winter vacation. A lot of stuff to cover. We are playing catch up right now, and we have a lot of videos to do, so buckle up. Today we're talking about Ecuador. A lot of people will remember back in 2023, if you were following me, we covered these elections. Very bad quality video. People will say, oh, you need a better mic. Yeah. This time we're covering Ecuador again, 2 years later, with a better quality, even though it's not perfect quality. But just be assured to yourself that, we're covering it. We should be happy about that. So we're talking about Ecuador, and they had their first round, I would say not yesterday, but the day before. And we already have that map out, and you'll see that Daniel Noboa is cruising to victory by barely. And as you can clearly see, it's below 50%. There will be a runoff on the 13th of February between President Noboa and his former left-wing opponent, Luisa Gonzalez. Gonzalez could win. I doubt she will, and here is why. You'll see Noboa, I would say he's pretty popular for the most part. In 2023, it was a pretty competitive race. I want to believe Noboa won the first round. She, in fact, did. And obviously, she cruised to victory. She did not win that election. Her opponent, Gonzalez won that election. If I said Noboa, that's my bad. Daniel Noboa ended up winning the second round, which was held on October 15th, 2023, winning the election. And now you'll see that it looking pretty good for Noboa. He got 44.15%. Now, keep in mind, just because you win the first round doesn't mean you're likely to win the second. Gonzalez won the first round in the 2023 election, and guess what? She blew it. She lost in that said second round, which she failed to win. Now, this time around, it looks like that Noboa is going to win that. He has already won the first round. And people are looking at Luisa Gonzalez, obviously, seeing if she could possibly break the line. She has been gaining in recent polls. This is the first round debate, obviously. But all these polls are irrelevant. These are polls being taken when we had a lot of candidates in. But looks like right now, Noboa is actually having a strong lead. I would assume that he would win because of his presidency, but we got to remember that, yeah, you are the president and all, but you can still lose. We gotta also remember that Ecuador has been historically a very left-wing populist country. Historically. I wouldn't say that's the case right now. Noboa is a conservative president coming from a moderate political party, National Democratic Action, a big tent political party, advocating for economic liberalism, social democracy, conservatism, etc. Obviously has the alliance member, People, Equality, and Democracy. This is more of a center-left political party. There's also Mover, which is more today center-right. Used to be pretty left-wing. But obviously, very interesting to look at. Big tent, meaning that they are a catch-all ideology. They refuse to take a position in efforts to take both sides of the political spectrum. Not necessarily center. Doesn't really mean that's the case. While the RC is a left-wing political party, pretty left-wing in total. Obviously, we gotta take a look at Ecuador's presidential history. List of presidents of Ecuador. And I cannot get the map up. It is so frustrating that YAPMS is doing this right now. I think this is just, there is an error loading your map. Please try again. Yeah. I don't really think so. But then again, unless I'm in a different setting, but I don't know. We can try again using the second format, using natural earth. I don't know if I did natural earth or not. We can go ahead and check. There is a possibility that I accidentally did non-natural earth, and that's actually the reason why. And if that's the case, then we can celebrate and say, whew, it isn't a problem on my end. But if it's not, so we're taking this, dragging it down, load. Okay, it's a problem on their end. So yeah, obviously we cannot take a look at our map, but ideally we categorized Ecuador as a left-wing country, historically because of their left-wing tendencies. But in recent elections, though, it seems as if the country is shifting more right. How so? Well, let's take a look. We saw Daniel Noboa. He's categorized as a conservative president, according to many organizations. Creating opportunities in 2021, this was led by Guillermo Lasso, who he comes from a conservative political party there. While the PACE Alliance is a left-wing political party, center left-wing, United Front, actually no, now it's center-right. So it's making a shift around. 2018, I guess it was because of Lenin Moreno, who is more of a conservative. So obviously, with his with 3 conservative presidents in a row, I would categorize, and if I had that map up, I would say Ecuador is a conservative country. Not saying that that's going to be the case forever, but honestly, the elections before that prove that Ecuador was pretty left-leaning. 2006 to 2013, PACE Alliance was left-leaning. 2002, Patriotic Society Party. That party, mainly center-left to center-right, not really taking much of a position. Popular Democracy, 1998. That political party, center-right to right-wing. Yes, it's more of a populist country. It gets really cozy to countries like Venezuela and Bolivia, Nicaragua, and Cuba. They more of those left-wing populist countries. They have that sort of tendency. And obviously, the country, as we can clearly see, has a very big, fresh left-wing populist population. 43. It's a very tight race, but it looks like Daniel Noboa has defeated Gonzalez in that very first round. Obviously very good, and would it be surprising if Noboa lost? Well, not really. No, since Ecuador has been always a very populist left country, it just, the tides are different. Incumbents are losing re-election. They still are. Noboa was elected, though. He wasn't an incumbent, though. And was the country on a better path as it formerly was? I do not necessarily know that. But let's see. Yes, he is the 48th president of Ecuador. So some news outlets have described him as having a conservative view on financial issues and a liberal view on social issues. He has been described as a centrist. According to Konstantin Grahl, head of the Frederick Ebert Stiftung's office, Okay, yeah, office in Ecuador. Noboa stands for business-friendly politics and conservative values and can be classified as belonging to the right-wing camp. Okay, so that's what I would kind of say. That would be my argument. So it really does depend. Will that being the incumbent, trying to defend a record, which I'm not sure that Noboa is unpopular. But now we have the second option. We're going to see if people want to try Luisa Gonzalez. And that special runoff will be on the 13th. We, of course, will be covering that. But what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.